new Pokecrew, it's your turn, Kervin here, and you're watching U-Turn Central. And then before we get started, please make sure you RCS, rate, comment, subscribe. Now, I'm bringing you another Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. I'm bringing you a battle against Kervin 360. So, if you are not a crew member, please make sure you leave a rating and subscribe, because you will be getting this video, you'll be getting this battle, you'll be getting all my other battles, and if you like it, you can just drop a like, and that would be fantastic. But this battle that I'm bringing you today was actually quite interesting, because I'm bringing a completely different team that I've never really brought before. I'm bringing the Drifblim, the Dedenne, the Crocodile, the Weezing, the Buffalon, and the Cordilli. Now, let's get into this battle, because the Drifblim is kind of special. It kind of is special because it is a baton pass. Now, I lead off with my Drifblim because I want to try and set up and baton pass to, well, a certain Pokemon that you'll see in a second here. But I am going to stockpile because I want to get my defense and my special defense risen, because I feel like at this point in time that I'm just going to need that. And unfortunately, the Machamp that he leads off with hits me with a knockoff. It does a butt ton of damage because I am holding an item. I was holding the lefties. Now I get another stockpile up, and now this Machamp isn't really going to be able to do much to me. He does hit me with a Stone Edge. I am part flying, so that does still kind of hurt, as you can see. But I baton pass because I don't want to risk a crit. So, and I feel like if I were to stay in, I probably would not be living. So I send in my Dedenne, because this Dedenne, guys, does a lot of work for me. He ends up hitting me with a Stone Edge, and it does a good amount of damage, but it does not do enough. So I nuzzle him, paralyzing him, which is fantastic, because now this Machamp isn't really fast all that much. He hits me with a dynamic punch, confusing me. That's fine, because as long as I don't hit myself with confusion too many times, it'll be a great day for me. Now, my Dedenne does know, or does have the ability Cheek Pouch. As you can see, I was holding the Citrus, and I get all that HP back. So, while I am confused, I do end up hitting myself, but I will be breaking out of confusion here shortly. He hits me with another dynamic punch, hoping to get some more damage off on me, which is a good play on his part, but I do snap out of the confusion. I do hit the Play Rough on the Machamp, doing a large amount of damage right there. He hits the knockoff on me, does not do anything because I am not holding an item anymore. So, he is paralyzed now. Thank God he is paralyzed, because I did not want to take any more damage. I hit the Play Rough again, taking the Machamp out. So, this Dedenne, so far, is doing a lot of, it's doing a lot of work for me, and I was just super happy about that. He sends out the Beedrill. This Beedrill is going to be his Mega, and I do hit the Nuzzle on the Beedrill. Thank God I hit the Nuzzle on the Beedrill, because this Beedrill, is relatively fast, and so I hit the Nuzzle, paralyzing him, because I do not want this Beedrill to be faster than any of my other Pokemon. So he ends up taking me out right here, but I was able to get some damage off on the Beedrill while paralyzing him. And I felt like going into Dedenne was a good move. Hell, I could have went into like Buffalon or someone, but if I had not gone into Dedenne, jeez, I wouldn't have been able to really paralyze Beedrill, and I needed that paralysis on him. So I do take out the Beedrill right there with the Stone Edge while I send out my Crocodile. My Crocodile does know Moxie, and he does get the attack risen, but unfortunately, right here, I was thinking, now that my attack is risen, I can probably just hit a Stone Edge, and unfortunately, he lives, taking my Crocodile out with a Leaf Storm. I could have switched out into my Buffalon, because my Buffalon does have the Sap Sipper ability. Now, the problem with that is, I did not want to switch out. I probably should have, because that probably would have won me the game. But I didn't want to have to start all over and getting the Moxie started up again, But, you live, you learn. So he ends up hitting my Buffalon with a Focus Blast, luckily not taking me out. As it's not stab, I'm almost positive that's why it didn't take me out. I could be wrong. I'm normally wrong, but that's how I feel. I hit the Sceptile, taking him out with a head charge. I do get the recoil, but it's not going to be a ton of recoil anyways, luckily. Now my attack is up, and he goes out into my precious the Sableye. Now I can't hit him with a head charge. I can just do like a Mega Horn, Stone Edge, or even an Earthquake, but he hits my Bouffalant with the Willow, and that's unfortunate, because I am going to be getting that burn damage. Now, I do hit the Sableye, luckily, and the problem now is that this Sableye has lefties, and I don't have any Pokemon with knockoff, and so he does get, the recover. These Sableyes, I know you guys have faced Sableyes in the past, and you know very well how pesky they can be. Because this Sableye just does a number on my team just because of the recover, the Willow, the taunt, and it makes for a bad time. So I do end up fading because of the Willow damage. Now, what I'm thinking here is that I'm just going to go into my Credilli. I'm going to go into my Credilli and use a Stealth Rock or Toxic. Now, the problem is, I just kind of thought the Sableye was going to be his Mega, and I don't go up against Mega Sableyes, barely ever. So I did not know if Mega Sableye knew Taunt or not, but unfortunately for me, it was not his Mega, and he did taunt me, so I have to switch out of there because I can't really do much to the Sableye. So I go out into my Drifblim because now I can't, I know I can't do much with the Drifblim, so I just wanted to sack it off anyways. I wanted him to either burn me or just get some attack off on me, because my plan was just, just to sack it off, because I didn't really need Death Balloon anymore. Now, he does use the taunt, predicting me to do a stockpile, but I do not stockpile. I actually go for the Shadow Ball, and I do get some damage off on the Sableye, which is great, but does not do nearly enough for me to take him out. Now, the problem here is I'm just going down to all this burn. I'm living with 3 HP, and there's no reason for me to switch out or anything. I know I could switch out and Death Fodder the Drifblim later, but I just want to get as much damage off as I can on the Sableye. So I hit another Shadow Ball after he ends up using the recover. So this Sableye is just extremely annoying because he holds the lefties, the leftovers, and it's just making my day a lot worse. So I end up going into my Weezing because I want to try and maybe hit a Sludge Bomb. Hopefully I can get a poison. So he uses the recover, which just makes for a bad time for anyone. I hit the Sludge Bomb, and luckily I do get the poison. Now, I was so stoked. I was just super excited that I got the poison. But I wasn't really all that excited because the Sableye is doing a number to my team, and that's just, it's horrible. It's really sad that he is doing so. But the toxic damage will add up, and I will be taking the Sableye out here in a matter of moments. Now, I do unfortunately miss the Willow, but I do hit him with a Flamethrower. Now, my Weezing is Life Orb. It is not holding a Black Sludge. Now, I'm sure many of you people are thinking, U-turn, why is your Weezing holding Life Orb? Why is he not holding the Black Sludge? Why? I'll tell you why, because I want to be different. Now, Black Sludge is probably just the only item anyone gives a Weezing, but I want it to be different. I wanted to give him some more boost to his attacks. So that's why I'm having him hold the Life Orb, because while he's attacking, he's just going to get that special attack boost or attack boost or whatever it may be. He's just going to get that boost. So that's why I wanted to give him the Life Orb. I want it to be different. So he goes out into his Greninja after I take a Sableye out finally. Now, he does use the Waterfall. Now, at this point in time, I'm figuring he's just trying to go for a flinch because the Waterfall isn't doing anything, and he knows that very damn well. I'm almost positive he knows that anyway. So I do get the Willow on the Greninja, thankfully, because this burn damage is going to help me out a lot. So I am going down slowly but surely to the burn. Now he ends up using another Waterfall, just trying to flinch me. And luckily he does not. Luckily he didn't flinch me the first time, but unfortunately he does flinch me now. So I'm thinking at this point, what should I do? I'm living with 1 HP. Should I sack him off now? Should I sack Weezing off now? Or should I withdraw? I'm going to switch out, and I'm going to go into my Credilli because I'm predicting another Waterfall, But he does not, and he shucks the hell out of me with an aerial ace. I don't go up against Greninjas all that often in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, so I had no idea that Greninja could now learn aerial ace. All the other Greninjas that I have battled next and Y did not know aerial ace, so that is something that I need to look out for. So he ends up hitting me with a gunk shot, and at this point in time, I'm thinking, here we go, I'm gonna have to put up with this. So I do send out my rocks because I'm feeling, at this point, those might help me. But as you can see later on, they don't really help me all that much. But I go into my Wheezing because I'm just gonna sack him off right here. I don't want my Cordillera to really get poisoned. And I know that if I keep letting this Greninja shoot all these poison at me, I'm going to get poisoned eventually. So I sack off my Wheezing right there because I'm hoping that if I switch out and switch back into my Cordillera that I won't get poisoned. But I was sorely mistaken because I switched into my Cordillera right here. And unfortunately, the Greninja does throw out the gunk shot. And I miss, luckily, but now I do use the Giga Drain. I'm sure plenty of you people are asking me right now, why are you using a Giga Drain when Greninja is part flying? And I'll tell you why. The reason why is because any damage is good damage. He is burned, so he's going down slowly but surely to the burn and from the Giga. Now, he just hit me with another gunk shot, and unfortunately he does get the poison on me, which is really unfortunate because I did not need that coming my way at all. Because I am going to be hurting from the poison. He does go down to the burn, luckily. I didn't want to put up with the Greninja much longer than I had to, but he can just go in to his Blaziken right now. But let it be known that I did not take a picture of his team, or I did not write down who he had, so I had no idea he had a Speed Boost Blaziken. So let that be known. So it doesn't matter what I use now, because he's just going to protect and get his speed boost. So it doesn't really matter what I do, because he's just going to be taking me out right here anyways. I really wish my Cordillera had Protect, or, something to that effect, because if he used the high jump kick, and if I protected, or whatever, then he would have missed, and he would have gotten a butt ton of damage. So I wish I had a Ghost, or Protect, or something on my Cordillera, but, unfortunately I didn't. But yeah. This was a pretty good team, pretty good team. I wanted to be different. I've never used Baton Pass before. I obviously know what it does. Now plenty of you people are probably saying right now, why in the hell did you stockpile Baton Pass to Dedenne? The reason being is I just love Dedenne. It's just so freaking cute. I could have Baton Pass to any of my other Pokemon, but I wanted to Baton Pass to Dedenne simply because I wanted to give Dedenne a chance, and luckily I did, because that little rat, that little electric mouse did a great deal of work for me, taking the Machamp out and paralyzing the Mega Beedrill. So I'm happy I made that play. I could have, Baton Pass to Bouffalant or whoever else, but I feel like I made a good play, because that Dedenne did a lot of work for me. That Beedrill could have possibly outspelled a lot of my Pokemon. Granted, my Crocodile is Choice Scarf, so I don't think the me paralyzing the Beedrill would have mattered all that much, because I feel like, I could be wrong, but I feel like I would have outsped Mega Beedrill anyways with my Choice Scarf Crocodile. But I'm gonna have to test that out at some point. But anyways, I'm just rambling here, but I'm just gonna leave right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this battle. If you liked this battle, if you're not a crew member, then please make sure you RCS, rate, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a great day. Take care. Peace.